Hi.
Hi, are you sure this course is just for 2499?
Yes, and you know this is the only course with this expertise across the world.
No way!
Yes, way. Don't delay. Enroll now.
Geeks learning together.
Hi everyone, very good evening and welcome back to Geeks for Geeks practice. Quickly give me a +1 in the chat if my voice is clearly audible to everyone and everything is working fine. And then I'll start off with the problem of the day as well. So please give me a +1 in the chat and like the video as well. Hi Vanshika and hi Rishit. Also, one more thing, if you will see in the pinned chat, so basically in the description as well, there is one link that is given there, that is winter interview preparation. So please make sure to register for that if you haven't already. It's a very good, it's a very good initiative by Geeks a Week. So please make sure to enroll for it if you haven't already. Now, with that being said, let me share my screen as well, and let's start off with this problem discussion as well. Okay, so let me share my screen now. Right. So let's have a look at this particular problem. Now, what does the problem say? Problem says that absolute list sorting. Okay. So basically, the problem says that you can hit the like button. Please hit like in. Please hit the like button and give me a +1 in the chat first of all, and then I'll proceed further as well. I hope that all of you will do this particular thing. So the problem basically says that you will be giving a you'll be given a linked list that will be having n nodes. Okay. So basically, what we have been given is we have been given a linked list that is having n nodes inside it. Right. Now, in which order these nodes are there? So it says that sorted in ascending order of their absolute value. Okay. So let us say that if you have some data, let's say if you have one. Okay. Then let's say if you have if you have some data, let's say if you have the data like, let's say you have the data where you have -2. Okay, let's say you have something like -3, -5. Okay, you have -3, you have -5. So, suppose these are some negative values, and apart from this, let's say if you have 1 and you have 4 as well. So let's say you have 1 4. Now based on the absolute values, they are sorted. So according to the absolute value, the minimum guy is going to be 1. Okay, then after that, absolute of 2, like -2 is 2, so I'll have it. Then absolute of -3 is 3, so I'll have it. Then this value 4, absolute is 4 itself, so I'll have it. Then this value -5 is there, absolute of it would be 5, so I'll have it. Okay, so basically 2 is like -2 and 3 is like -3 and 5 is like -5. So this is the order in which the linked list is there, like 1, then you have -2, after that you have -3, then you have 4, and then you have -5. So is this part clear to everyone? Please quickly hit the like button and give me a clear in the chat. Is it clear to everyone how this linked list has been given as sorted? If it's clear to everyone, then please let me know and we can then proceed further. Is it clear to everyone? Right. So this is how the linked list has been given to you. Now what you need to do is you need to sort the linked list in ascending order of the actual values. Okay, so basically suppose if this linked list if this is given. Okay, if this is the given linked list, so in the answer linked list, what do you want? You want the answer in which format? You want the answer in ascending. Okay, you want the answer in ascending order of actual value. Okay, you want the answer in ascending order of actual value. So what does this mean? You want what? You want first of all -5, then you want what? You want -3, you want -2. Okay, then you want 1, and then you want 4. Is this part clear to everyone? Please write clear in the chat, guys, if you are clear with this particular thing. Is everyone clear with this part? Okay. Now what can I do here? Like, the thing is that what can be done? So if you think about this particular example, okay, so if you will observe here, if you will observe this particular example, can I say that we are having an idea? Like, can I say this, that the negative values are coming in the starting, right? The lesser values are coming in the starting of the linked list, correct? Yes or no? Like, if you will see here, let's say that what we can have is we will have an approach in which we'll be using only one iteration. We'll be iterating through this linked list, and we will try to observe some of the things here, right? So what we can do is, like, if you will see, like, can I say that if this is my current guy? Okay, guys, suppose this is my current guy. So can I say that I will want it to be in the starting? I will, like, if I consider only this much segment of the linked list, right? So I will want that first of all minus 2 should be there, and then after that 1 should follow. Correct? What do you think, guys? Is it clear? Right? Is it clear that if suppose if I'm currently considering this much segment only, if this is the like previous value, okay, and this is the current value, if the current value is lesser, okay, if the current value is lesser, so can I say that I will want the lesser value to come in the start? Please write start in the chat, okay, and then rest of the linked list should follow. Is it clear to everyone? Is it clear to everyone? Right? I will simply say what, like I'll simply say that I want this, if this is my current guy, so I'll want it in the starting and then rest of the linked list should follow. Okay, so for this what I can do is, let's say what we can do here is, let me first of all put some circles here so that we are more clear with it. Okay, so let's say I'm using the circles like this. All right, now let's say if this is my, initially I'll have this as the previous, okay, the first guy as the previous, and I'll have the current next guy like the second guy as the current, like if this is the head, suppose, right, suppose that this is the head. So what I will be doing here is, I'll say that okay, the previous can start at the very head and the current will start at the heads next. Okay, now I will check. Now, is the current value lesser than the previous value? Yes or no, guys? Is the current value lesser than the previous value? Indeed, it is. The current value, the current data is what? The current data is lesser than the previous data. If the current data is lesser than the previous data, so what can I do? Can I say that I will want the current to come in the starting? I'll want it. I'll want this much segment of the linked list. Okay. I'll want what? I'll want this much segment of the linked list to look like this, -2 and then 1. Okay. This is how I would want it to look like. Correct? Is it clear to everyone? Please let me know, guys. Is it clear that what I will want is, I will want that okay, this guy should come in the starting, right? So for that, what can you do? So basically I can say one thing, that now I will, like if this previous is pointing here, so now I can do what, if it happens, right, if it happens for me that the current data is lesser than the previous data, so in that case we can simply say that okay, the previous will do what, the previous will start pointing to the currents next. Okay, so previous will point to the current next, right? So basically what will happen, 1 will be there, okay, then after that -3, and rest of the linked list will follow. Okay, then there will be 4 and there will be -5. Okay, now after this is done, right, so this is where my previous is standing. Okay, and now this is the head. So what will happen now, I will say that now if you will observe, so I want this -2, the current guy in the starting, so I'll say that okay, currents next will become the head. Okay, so I'll say that okay, now what I will do is currents next will be equal to the head. So first of all, what did I do? I said that okay, the previous next will be equal to the current next. Okay, so previous next, sorry, will be equal to the current next. First of all, right? You can see here, previous next will be equal to the current next. Then after that, currents next is equal to what? Currents next will be nothing but the head. Okay, currents next will be nothing but the head, right? So what will happen now, this is the current guy. Okay, its next will be nothing but the head, so basically -2's next will be the head. And after this has been done, is it clear to everyone till this point? Till this point everyone is clear? Quickly let me know. Guys, is it clear to all of you? If you are clear with this, please hit the like button if you haven't already. uh, okay, hi Naikaj. Right, so after this what will I do? Can I say that, can I say this, that my head needs to change? If you will see here, if this is the linked list that I am currently having, so what will I do now? If you will see, so I want this like this guy to be the head. Okay, so after this has been done, so I'll say that now the new head is what, new head is the current guy. Okay, new head is the current guy. Hi Amit sir. Right, so I will say that the new head is what, the current guy, and then after doing this I'll update the current to the previous, because now this should be the current. So I'll say that okay, current will be equal to the previous. So basically what will happen, this will get removed and the current will come here at the previous. And I have updated my head as well, so let me change it. Let's change this. Right, so now this is where my current is standing and this is where my head is standing. Okay, and this is where my previous is also there. So what will I do now? After that I'll say that okay, current is equal to current next, so current will, let's say, move here. Okay, after this if I'll see again, so I see that okay, current is lesser, current's data is lesser than the previous data. So if the current's data is lesser than the previous data, then again I'll repeat the same process. So you can give me a +1 if you are clear with this, that again I am having a smaller value, and where should this smaller value go? This smaller value should go in the starting. Please write start in the chat. If the current data is lesser than the previous data, I'm trying to sort this linked list in terms of ascending order of values. So if the current data is lesser than the previous data, so in that case, what will I do? If the current data is lesser than the previous data, then I'll want this minus 3 to come in the starting. Right, I'll want it to come in the starting. Please write yes in the chat, everyone. Is everyone clear with this? Quickly let me know. Is everyone clear? Uh, right. Okay, could you please explain current is equal to previous step? Okay, because in that case, like what happened there was like in that particular case, if you will see after that, so this was where my current was standing, right? So after this was my previous. So what should I do? I'll should say that current should come here, na? Okay, because current should come at the previous. Current should be equal to the previous because current should not stand here. Current should stand here. Actually, current should stand here, and then after that, I should do current is equal to current next. Then the current should come here. So current should always keep on moving, na? It should not move backwards. It should always keep on moving. So current should first restore back to the previous, and then after that, current should keep on moving forward in this particular way. Is it clear, Rishit? You can hit the like button, guys, if you haven't already. Right. So this is the current node. Okay, after this, if the current data is again lesser than the previous data, so what will I do? I'll simply say that now I need to do what? First thing is that the previous next is equal to the current. So previous next is equal to current next. So one will start pointing to 4. So this connectivity has been lost. After that, currents next will become the head. So basically, what will happen? Now instead of pointing to this guy, this current's next pointer will now point here. Okay, so basically indirectly you can say that if I'll remove this node from here, so basically minus 3 node that is there, it is the current node, and it will start pointing to the head. Now what is the new head? Please write minus 3 in the chat. What is the new head? Now since I have updated it, so the new head will be nothing but the current. So the head will be the current. Okay, this line will be executed, and then after this has been done, so what will I do? I'll again say that now the current should come here. No, correct guys, current should come here. Okay, current should be equal to the previous. Is it clear to you, Rishit? So that is why I'm saying, because current is very in the very starting. Now current should not be in the very starting. Current should at least be at the previous. Okay, so I'll say that okay, current is equal to the previous. So current will come like basically previous is standing here, right? So previous is standing here, and the current guy is here. So I'll say that okay, now the current will move to the current next. So basically, what will happen? Now the current guy moves here, and you can see that this is the connectivity that I'm currently having. Now, is the current data lesser than the previous data? What do you think, guys? Please let me know. Previous data is 1, current data is what? Current data is 4. So is the current data lesser than the previous data? No. Please write no in the chat. The current data is not lesser than the previous data. If the current data is not lesser than the previous data, so in such cases, what can I do? I can simply say that okay, my previous will move to the current. So I will say that if it is this part, then my previous will come at the current, and my current will move forward. Okay, because previous can move forward, and then the current can also move to the current next. So now in this case, this is the current, and now minus 4 is my previous. So this is where my previous is standing. Now, what is the scenario here? Can I say this, that the current data now is what? Is lesser than the previous data. Okay. If the current data is lesser than the previous data, so in this particular case, what can we do? If the current data is lesser than the previous data, then we can simply say one thing, that first thing is that the previous next will point to the current next. So now this particular node will start pointing to null, because current is next now is null, because that was the last node. After this, I'll say that okay, this should come in the start. Please write start in the chat now. Since it is like it is lesser, so it is basically, if this guy is 4, so next guy is lesser, so it should come in the starting of the linked list. Okay, it should come in the starting part of the linked list. And if it should come in the starting part of the linked list, so I'll simply say that okay, the currents next should be equal to the head. So currents next will start pointing to the head. The moment this thing happens, so basically indirectly this means that minus 5, that is my current node, right? Minus 5, that is my current node. It will start pointing to the head. Okay, it starts pointing to the head, and after this has been done, so head will get updated. So head will be what? Head will be equal to the current. So this is where my head comes in, and then I will say that okay, after this has been done, so my current should move forward as well. So current should be equal to the previous. So this is where my current will stand now, and after that current will move to the current next. So when the current will move to the current next, so in that case, what will happen? The current will move to null, and the moment the current moves to null, then I'll terminate, and you can see that now my linked list is in sorted order in absolute, like in the actual value terms. So you can see that first of all I'm having -5, then I'm having -3, then I'm having -2, then I'm having 1, and then I'm having 4, and then I'm having null. So is it clear to everyone? Is this particular example clear to everyone? Please write clear in the chat, guys, if you are clear with this example. Is everyone clear with this example? Please hit the like button. I can see a lot of people are watching us. So if you haven't hit the like button, please hit the like button, and then I'll proceed further as well. Is it clear? Then we can start writing the code for this particular problem as well. Is this question clear to everyone? Or if you can hit the like button and please write clear in the chat if you are pretty much clear with it. Is this question clear to everyone? Or if you can hit the like button. Okay, Rishit says clear. What about others? Others can also write clear in the chat if you are clear with it. Okay. So now let us start implementing this particular question. So what will I do? I'll basically have the like, let me increase the screen size. So basically what will I do? I'll have the current node. Okay. It will be pointing to what? It will be pointing to the second node. So that is nothing but the currents next. Okay. The heads next, right? And then I will have what? Node star, and let's say previous. So previous will point to what? Let's say that this is the previous node, so it will point to the very first node, so it will be equal to the head, right? Now once this is done, so I will iterate until the linked list has been traversed, until I reach the end of the linked list. So I'll say that while the current is not equal to null, till this particular point of time I'll keep on iterating. So what will I do now? Suppose that if the current like if it happens, right, if it happens that suppose the current data, if it is greater than the let's say if it is greater than the like if it is greater equal to the previous data, let's say, okay, if it is greater equal to the previous data, so in that case I do not have any issues, right? So in that case what can I do? I will say that okay, in that case the previous will be equal to the current, okay, and the current will be equal to the currents next, so they will move forward, right? They will move forward. If the current data is greater than equal to, then I don't have any issues, I'll keep on moving forward. Otherwise what can I do? Otherwise if the like if it happens that the current data, if it is lesser than the previous data, okay, if the current data is lesser than the previous data, in such cases what will I do? So in such a case I will first of all say that the previous next, as I said, the previous next will be equal to what? If you will see here, like let me give you another example. So let's say if the linked list looks look like this, let's say this was -5, let's say this was 1, okay, and then after that let's say this was -6. So suppose that after this you had, let's say, 7. Okay, let's say this was my current node, and this was my previous. So if the current guy is lesser than the previous, so in that case what will I do? I'll say that okay, previous next is equal to the current next. So basically this is how the connectivity will move forward. And then I'll say that okay, currents next, I'll say that okay, the currents next will be equal to the head if this is the head, right? So currents next will be equal to the head. So basically what will happen, you can see that this particular guy that is there, this is the current guy, so its next will be equal to the head. So I'll say that okay, first of all previous next is equal to current next, right? Previous next is equal to current next, and then I'll say that okay, current next is equal to nothing but what? Head of the linked list. And then I'll say that okay, I need to update my head because now this is the new head. So head will be what? Head is equal to nothing but the current node. And let me update it like this. So head is equal to what? Head is equal to the current node. So head will come at the current, and then my current will come at the previous. So what will happen here? Now current will come at the previous, right? So basically current will be equal to the previous first of all. So after that current is equal to the previous, and then I can say that current will move by one. So current will move by one step. So current will equal to currents next. So we can say it like this. Let's say current is equal to currents next, and that is how my current guy will move forward. So this is how the current will move forward, and let's say after that we are having some nodes. Let's say this is -8, so again the same procedure will follow. Okay, is it clear to everyone? In the end, after the process has been done, so I'll simply return the head of the linked list. That will be the uh, answer, because if I return the head, so based on that the rest of the result can be seen. Is it clear to everyone? If you are clear with it, you can hit the like button and tell me in the chat as well. Okay, I'm getting a lot of ads today on my video. Okay, I'm getting a lot of ads today on my video. Is it clear to everyone? So if I'll submit it again, so you can see that this problem gets accepted as well. It passes all the test cases. So is this problem clear to everyone? You can again write clear in the chat if you are pretty much clear with this problem. Is everyone clear with this problem or not? One small optimization, can we take the current common? Yes, you can take the current common, because like you can see that basically what we are doing, if you will see here, so we are having this current is equal to current next. Okay, in the if part also we are having this line as the last statement, and we are having this line as the last statement in the else part also. So if I'll copy it and erase it from here, and I'll erase it from this particular else also. So since I'm doing it at same number of times, so I can simply write it here. So that is also fine. And even after doing this particular thing, even if I'll submit, so obviously it will get accepted as well. Okay, so is this problem clear to everyone? Please write clear in the chat, guys, if you are pretty much clear with this particular problem. Is everyone clear with this problem? Quickly let me know. Is everyone clear with this problem? If you are clear, please hit the like button and give me a +1 in the chat as well. And also one more thing, if you will look into the description of this particular video, so or you so you can see the winter interview preparation as well. Or if you will look into the pinned chat of this video. Okay, so basically we are having the winter interview preparation thing in the pink chat, like in the top chart we are displaying this particular thing, that is winter interview preparation. So please make sure to enroll in the winter interview preparation if you haven't already, and give me a +1 if you have done this. Right, please click on this link and enroll in the winter interview preparation. Okay, because it will give you more insights about various things. So please make sure to enroll in it. Quickly give me a +1, guys, if you are clear with this particular problem, and make sure to solve the problem of the day for today as well. If I'll click on this particular problem, you can give me a +1 and then I can end this stream as well. So zero sum sub arrays is the problem of the day for today. It has been asked in Amazon Microsoft Oyo. So please make sure to solve it. And I'll like tomorrow Siddharth will be taking up this particular problem. So okay, a lot of people are giving a +1, I think. Okay, so this was it for today's problem of the day. I hope it was quite easy. So I hope that you learned something new from this video, from this editorial, and make sure to keep solving on the problem of the days. Till then, take care and keep coding, guys. All the best. Good night, everyone.